Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to share your guys' dilemmas, your dating drama, your psycho ex stories, all of those good things, all of those juicy stories, all the gossip. I'm here to share it with you all. So yeah, grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome in to the Lesbian Lounge. We truly are a podcast for the girlies, gays, theys. We are a safe space for you all just to come and express your true identities. And I'm just, again, as always, as ever, grateful for this little community that we have built. So yeah, welcome into the lounge. And the lounge has had an upgrade, guys. I have a spinning chair. Is that a tag still on it? No, look like there's a tag on it. Guys, I have a spinning chair. It's very exciting. It feels very professional, so I can just sit. I'm going to be like spinning the whole episode. I'll be dizzy by the time we finish filming. Yeah, it's starting to feel more like the studio's coming together. I still am sorting out the microphone problems. Could just be holding a piece of plastic for no reason in my hand right now, but you know, it's like the placebo effect. I'm pretending it's working and doing something. Yeah, we've got a chair. We've now got a proper tripod for the camera, proper like ring light and everything set up. So it's getting there. There's still a lot to be done, but it's just so exciting. Like, and I've said it to you guys before, like I'm enjoying the journey of like building this podcast up from literally nothing. When I look back to think like what the podcast was to what it is now, like it's just mind blowing. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but we have come so far, which is amazing, and I love my chair. So I actually bought a different chair. Oh, there's like a little piece of plastic still on it. I bought a different chair and then went to TK Maxx just for a little shop and then saw this chair and I was like, hang on, it spins. And I literally said to Taylor in the shop, I was like, I fear I've made a mistake buying the other chair because this chair is nicer and it spins. So we bought this chair. So the other chair is currently at my mum's house. But yeah, I love the spinning chair. Like, it's so fun. I'm just going to be sitting spinning all episode. And it's really comfy. The other chair was comfy. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's a chair. But I love this chair. And it's much better than what we had when I first moved into the studio. I had to steal the table and chair from like the reception of the unit. Like me like carrying the whole table through into here, the whole chair. Like the chair was just like a little like uncomfortable chair. So this is so much nicer. But yeah, I had to like steal the table, bring it in here, but yeah, we've got a tripod and everything set up now, so we're getting way more professional, which is good. Update wise for my life, I have a few really exciting updates. So obviously I told you all a few weeks ago that we had been named as a finalist for UK Top Influencer Podcast of the Year, which is mind-blowing. Like, to be nominated is one thing, to be named a finalist is another thing, and voting has now officially opened. And some of the podcasts we're against, I was a bit like, oh my god, like big names, big followers. I know, is it Amy Charlize or Amy Charlize? She's one of them, like big influencers with big followings, big names, and I'm like, this will not me. But you know what, like I said, to even just be a finalist is incredible. And you know, to have the opportunity to go to the live grand finals and you know, just like network with other people, it's gonna be amazing. Like, I've booked my hair and makeup, I've got my outfit, so like I'm so excited. So even if you know we don't win and we're beat by like a podcast with like a massive following, I'm you know just happy to be there. But if you do want to you know give us the best chance at winning, you can go and vote for us. I will link everything in the description of the podcast. It's also linked on my Instagrams, on my TikToks, or literally just search into Google UK's Top Influencer. It'll come up, they'll bring you all the sections, and then just click on podcast and then click on the Lesbian Lounge and give us a vote. You don't have to put an email or not anything, you literally just have to click and it'll say vote saved. So like, it takes seconds. Like, I hate when people ask you to vote for something and then it's like, put in your email, confirm your email, and then you have to like put in like your postcode and you like, oh, I can't be bothered to do that. Like, I just want to click and it's done. And that is exactly what this is. So it genuinely will take you a couple of seconds to vote for me and I would be so grateful. Like, imagine within our first year of the podcast, we get our own studio, we've had so many incredible guests on, we get nominated for an award, we're a finalist for an award, and then we win the award. Like, imagine! That would be insane. So if you want to give us the best chance at winning, give us a vote. Did my building just shake? That's the only problem with this building. Like, it's very like, I don't know what the word is, like, you can really hear the wind, so sometimes it sounds like the wind is a person, because it like bangs some of the doors. So I can't tell if that's like a person or if it's just the wind. Because we also don't have anything like covering the door yet, so I can just like see out, so if people were to walk past, they just see me sat here chatting, they'd be like, who on earth are you talking to? And I'd be like, my literal besties, the podcast gang. You know what, guys, I asked ChatGPT to help me come up with like a name for like the podcast community, and do you want to know what it told me? I don't even know if I can say it out loud, it was that bad. Oh, it was either the Lesbian Lizards or the Lounge Lizards. That was like its main suggestion. And I was just like, what? So I just ignored ChatGPT. Like, I didn't even ask him for another option, or her, whoever they are. I was like, you know what, just no. And then I went to ask them something else later. I think I was asking them to like make my caption better for the post about voting. And they looked us up and were like, hey Lounge Lizards, come and vote for the podcast. And I was like, we did not agree on that name, ChatGPT. Like, you suggested it. I never said, yep, let's go with that. I just feel like we need like a cute name. Like, I call them like the gang, the besties. I don't know, I feel like we need a name, but I don't think the Lounge Lizards is quite the vibe. I'm just not feeling it. But let me know if you all want to be the Lounge Lizards. Let me know. But I have a feeling you won't want to be that. Yeah, that is one really, really exciting update. And tickets are also on sale. So if anyone wants to come, there is going to be, you know, loads of big influencer. I think the hosts are Jessie and Will from Love Island. Like, there's going to be loads of big names there. It's going to be a great event to network and just to have some fun. So if you want to come, we can take some selfies, make some TikToks together. But obviously, I will be posting loads from the event, so you can keep up to date with everything that I post. Anyway, it's on the 26th of April, which is actually quite soon, considering it's I'm filming this on the 18th of March, so it's basically the end of March, which means it's basically only a month until the finals. So crazy. Other updates, guys, this is like the biggest update ever. I'm a mum. I'm a mum! I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. I actually have given birth to a beautiful little kitten called Florentine. She's so precious. So Taylor and I let's go back. So my family have 4 cats. We have Frankie, Lemmy and Teddy, who are brothers, and we have Penelope, who is a Siamese. Taylor has a cat called Olive. So Taylor got Olive when she was at uni, and then when Taylor moved in with my family, Olive moved in as well. So technically there's 5 cats in our house, and me and Taylor, obviously, we're not moving out, but we're planning on moving out sooner rather than later. And we're like, when we take Olive, because Olive is our cat, I'm like, can't really take her away from like Penelope and Frankie and Lemmy and Teddy. She's going to have no friends, she's going to be lonely. So like, we need to get a buddy. So we went on some adoption websites, put in our information, like da-da-da-da-da. And then we had one company, they're called Helping Pets Northeast, and they've been amazing. I've actually worked with them in the past. I did a collection of cat food and stuff for them. But yeah, they reached out, were like, yeah, we'd love to come do a house visit. The lady came and did a house visit and we passed. She literally said as she like drove up to the house, she was like, I could tell you were going to be a good like family for them, because we have like the perfect space for cats. We've just got like fields and fields and fields backing on from our house. I feel really sick. Sorry if you've got etymophobia, if that's what it's called. I'm not going to be sick, I just had like a sudden wave of like, I've got a bit of a headache, maybe that's why. I'm so dramatic, aren't I? Oh, what's wrong with me? It's alright, I'm all good. Maybe I'm hot, but I don't want to take my jacket off because I'll not be cold. Do you like my jacket, by the way? It's from the charity shop. I know. All my kids that I teach dance were like, Miss, I love your jacket. Where's it from? I'm like, the charity shop. So there we go. Shop Sustainably Friends. What was I telling you all? The story about Florentine. Yeah, our house literally backs out onto loads of fields. So the lady was like, I knew you were going to be a good family for them. So basically they like, if you pass the house check, they just sort of put you on the list for when a cat becomes available. And then we got a text saying that there was a little kitten who was in need of a home. And they sent us a photo and we were like, oh my God, we really wanted a ginger kitten. Is that Taylor? That's Taylor, my gorgeous girlfriend. She's coming to rescue me from my headache. I did text her like, I have a headache. And she's like, I'll bring you some pills. Some drugs. No, just some Nurofen, don't worry guys. But yeah, so they text us, we really want a ginger kitten, and they sent us this picture, and she's not like ginger, she's like, I don't know how to describe it. Here she is. Here she is. Hey y'all, we're back. I just took some pills, just some ibuprofen. Might help my headache and my sickness go away, but I feel really lightheaded. What's wrong with me? I'm such a drama queen. What was I telling you all? The story of Florentine. Yeah, so, ginger. She's not quite ginger. I think they describe her as like a lavender. She's not like chocolatey brown, she's not ginger, she's like a mix in between. If you want to see her, she is all over my TikTok and Instagram. If you're a YouTube girl, I'll show you. This is my new screensaver. Can you see? This is her cuddling with us in bed. She's just the most precious little baby in the world. And because I am her mother, like I've never been a mother before. Taylor's been a mother to Olive. Obviously my parents have been a mother to me and all the other pets we have. This is the first time like I've paid for the animal, so I'm like, I'm your mother. Like I bought her food, I bought like loads of treats and toys for her. I'm like, oh my God, like I've actually birthed a daughter. It's funny, I made a TikTok being like, guys, come with me and Taylor like to become mums, and a few people were like, oh my God, you're having a baby, and I was like, well, yeah, kitten baby. They'd be like, I thought you were pregnant. I'm like, well, technically I was, like I'm a mum. She's just like the sweetest angel in the world. Obviously she is a rescue. I think they found her by like a riverbank and they thought she was pregnant but she wasn't, and like there was a few other cats that were just like all like strays, but she's only, I think they've they've said she's approximately like 4 months, so like whoever dumped her is an evil person. But she'd been living with a lovely foster family and then came home with us last Thursday, and like understandably she was so shy, she just like hid in her basket and then hid under Taylor's bedside table. And then on Friday, was it Friday or Saturday? I don't remember, but I was like, I'm just gonna pick her up and just see. So I picked her up and she just started purring and I was like, oh. And then I was like, let's just sit down on the bed. And then she like flopped on her back and was letting us tickle her tummy. And then me and Taylor were laying down and she got like in between us and cuddled. And I mean, that's how, like, we've got to start them young being a cuddly cat, because I do not want a cat that doesn't like to cuddle. All of our cats love cuddles and tickles. I don't want like a, you know, I mean, I know there is a lot of cats that like, don't touch me, but I don't want one of them cats. So I'm glad from a young age Florentina's learning that cuddling is good. Yeah, literally since then, she's just, oh my God, I just love her so much. Like, she's got loads of toys she plays with. Like, Taylor had to put one in the wardrobe last night because it's one of them like circles where you like hit the ball around, and she was doing it all night. So Taylor was like, right, that's going away. But yeah, she's just an angel. So yeah, I made the TikTok being like, POV, a few weeks ago you were a stray and now you've been adopted by a lesbian couple in their 20s. Like, do you know what I mean? She's got lesbian moms. So I'm calling myself mommy and Taylor's like mummy. I'm mommy. I'm absolutely smitten. If I could have brought her here today, I would have. But I fear I don't want to scare her by putting her back in a carrier. But I get separation anxiety. I was out loads on Saturday and I was like texting my mum being like, how's the baby? Can you check on the baby? Like, is she okay? Does she need, like, she has my whole heart. Because I've never had this feeling. Like, I've never, like, I know she's not my sole responsibility. Like, I've got my parents and Taylor, but it feels like I have a lot more responsibility for her than, like, I ever had with the pet before. So I'm just obsessed with her. She's the best child in the whole wide world. And I love her. Do I have any other updates? I feel like they're the two most important updates. Finalist for UK Top Influencer Podcast of the Year. Go and vote if you haven't already. And I'm a mum! I'll tell you what, I've been rambling so much, I can't even remember what else I was going to update you all on. So let's just jump straight on into this week's episode. Okay, this week's question of the week is, who was your gay awakening? I feel like we have done this before, but we're going to do it again. Like, you can never do this question too many times because every time you get like so many different answers. Where is my survey monkey? Come on, survey monkey. Hey, this is one thing I hate. Like, hate, double hate, loathe entirely about survey monkey every time you have to log back in. Like, they don't just keep you logged in. Face ID, bear with everyone. Bear with. What film's that from? Not film, TV show. Miranda. Love Miranda so much. Okay, here we go. Analyze answers. Okay, who was your gay awakening? Renee Rapp. Duh. Yeah. Yes, what a sexy woman. Elena Gilbert / Catherine, The Vampire Diaries. Nice. Hot girls on TikTok. I'm so here for that. I've told you all the story before of like, in lockdown I was getting loads of like male thirst traps and I was just a bit like, ew. Then I started seeing women ones and I was like, hello, like, yes. So I totally see that. Renee Rapp, Cheryl Cole, Sam from Sam and Cat. I see that, you know, I feel like with those sort of shows, like the Sam characters, the Jade characters, like the very like tomboy characters with this like I don't give a fuck attitude, like I feel like we were definitely robbed of like a storyline of one of them turning out to be a lesbian because, you know, it's sort of that like, you know, they dress that bit more masculine, like they don't, like they just sort of like, that storyline would have been so perfect for a character, you know, like sort of like, didn't she end up with Freddie in the end? Like, what? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she should have ended up with Carly or someone. Olivia Wilde from In the Change Up. Never heard of him, I have to have a Google. Agent Dana Scully, played by Gillian Anderson. I feel like Gillian Anderson's up there for a lot of people. Alba Flores as Saray Vargas in Vis-a-Vis. I've never heard of that either. Layla from Teen Beach Movie. Oh my god, is that the one? Which one is that? We're gonna have to Google. Layla, Teen Beach Movie. I need to know which one that is. Layla. Teen. I think of like Giggles. Rascal. Kiki. Brady. I'm back. Cowabunga. Oh, she's the one who sings, now I'm falling for you. That's not who, I was thinking of, if you're a visual girly, this is who we're talking about. I was thinking of one of the other like motorbike girls. Chi-Chi, was that her name? I don't know, it's been a long time since I've watched that movie. But yeah, I totally see that. Trisha Miller from Orange is the New Black. The Woman in Atlantis, the Lost Empire movie, particularly my girl Audrey. Miss Honey in Matilda, or Sophia Bush in One Tree Hill. Wendy from Peter Pan and Miss Honey. Miss Honey from Matilda. She's popular. When I was little, I fancied one of the orphans from Annie. I don't know why that's funny to me. I love that. One of the orphans from Annie. Vanessa from Phineas and Ferb. Yes, yes, yes! Jade from Victorious. Do you see what I mean? It's those sort of characters that like unleash something lesbian in us all. Natasha Lyonne, Lady Gaga in the Poker Face music video. You know what I don't do? I don't watch music videos. I never really have. Like, do people still make them? I think they do. Do I watch them? No, I do not. Like, I've never gone, oh, I'm going to sit down and watch this music video. Like, it's like, I don't watch podcasts or like, I just like to listen to things like as I'm driving somewhere. But yeah, I've never, I mean, I've watched music videos, but like, I've never actively gone, I'm going to watch that music video. There we go. Fun fact about me. Jenna Ortega, Laura Petron, in brackets Alex Voss, Natasha Lyonne. Oh my god, this has just unlocked a memory for me. Movie Star Planet characters. Yes! You know what's funny? Me and Taylor were talking about like games where we used to play the other day. Like Taylor was like a Bin Weevils and a Club Penguin girl. I actually never played either of them. I know you can judge me, it's fine. I was Moshi like there was nothing that could beat Moshi Monsters. I actually genuinely might start playing it again. I love it that much. Yeah, love Moshi Monsters. Katy Perry in the Starstruck music video. My English teacher. My girlfriend. Renee Rapp on Broadway. Yes. Katy Perry. She kissed a girl and she liked it. I don't have one that I significantly remember, just always remembering finding women attractive. I relate to that. Billie Eilish / Alex from On. I've never heard of that. Haley Steinfeld. Yes. Like, again, that character that she played in Lemonade Mouth. Lesbian. Do you know what I mean? Sarah Baker from Cheaper by the Dozen. Drew Barrymore when I was like 9. Katniss Everdeen. See, mine was, I fear, Clove from The Hunger Games. I was so obsessed with the girl, with the actor, like it was probably unhealthy. Like, I had posters, I had pictures, I had like, used to watch like behind the scenes YouTube videos of them filming the scenes just so I could like see her. It was probably a really unhealthy obsession, but I fear she was definitely a bit of a gay awakening. Jet from Gladiators UK, early 90s. I love Gladiators. Evie from Descendants. Yeah, I see that. Also, shouldn't Mal and Evie have got together? Like that song they sung to each other. Like, just kiss already, girls. Do you know what I mean? Leah Williamson isn't like, if you are a woman and you do not look at Leah Williamson and go, sexy, you're fucked in the head, basically. No offence. Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne and Buffy. Annie Lennox. I'm bi. I've always said I can't pinpoint it for sure, but I think the Moulin Rouge movie was a strong possibility. Yeah, I see that. Was that, what's her name? Satine, the sparkling diamond. As a teen, Sporty Spice, but now later in life, deciding I have to act on it, Mary Earps. See, Mary Earps, I feel like she's one of the footballers, like I feel like people only like Leah Williamson because she's attractive, like, and also a very good footballer, even though sometimes I don't think she deserves all the hype that she gets as a footballer. Do not come for me. But like, there are better defenders out there, I fear. But like, Mary Earps, I feel like she's one, like, maybe it's because I don't actually know what her sexuality is. I don't think she's like openly came out or said she's straight, whatever. So I feel like people just rate her as a footballer. You know, like Katie McCabe, Leah Williamson, like people are, and Lucy Bronzer, they're like, I like you because you're a sexy lesbian and you play football really well. Whereas Mary, I feel like she just gets like, you know what, you're just a banging goalkeeper. Like, I love that. Yeah, I do think she's a very pretty woman. Sporty Spice. And final one, Jules from Bend It Like Beckham. Nice. You know what? I've never seen that film, but I've heard good things. So maybe I should watch it. Because it has Keira Knightley in it, doesn't it? I look quite pretty. Guys, I'm not being funny. I genuinely feel so unwell right now. Like, I don't know. I don't feel very well. But we're going to power through because I love you all so much. Maybe I do need to take my jacket off. Shall we? We're de-jacketing. See, now I'm already cold. But maybe this will help. But yeah, I'm going to power through for you all. I'm literally now shivering, it's so cold. Because I love you all so much. So let's do a couple of dilemmas. Okay, here we go. Now I dropped my phone. I'm a femme and I've been told I look straight. I like my style and I wouldn't want to change it a lot. But I don't know how to let other lesbians know that I'm also into girls. I've seen some very femme girls who my friends never thought were gay, but my gaydar is very good and they did in fact turn out to be gay. So I don't know if I'm the problem or if it's other people's gaydars. Okay, so like, I think the thing is like, as long as you're confident in yourself, literally who gives a fuck what other people think? Unless it's someone that you're trying to impress and you want to be like, hey, I'm gay. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, who gives a fuck if other people think, oh, you look gay, you look straight, like whatever. As long as you're comfortable and confident in your style, which you're saying you are, like, confidence is sexy. Do you know what I mean? So just embrace yourself. Like, don't change things about you just so you look more gay. And you know, it's dumb. Like, you know, embrace that confidence and, you know, go to a gay bar and go in with this, like, you know, full confidence in yourself that you're like, yeah, I know I'm sexy, I know I'm slaying. I never say the word slay, that was weird. Like, you know that you look good in what you're wearing and you feel confident, and like people will read that energy. And you know, if you want to give like subtle things, like, you know, like we've had loads recently, like a little rainbow bracelet. We had someone with like a rainbow or like a gay phone screen and just like checking the time around people. Like, there's subtle things you can do without, like, you know, getting like a buzz cut and only wearing like carabiners and baggy jeans. Like, if you want to do that, go for it. But if you're comfortable and confident in your very feminine style, embrace that and, like, you know, embrace that confidence. And I'm certain the right woman will come and find you. I am sure. Okay, moving on, we've got a long one. I'm going through my first woman-loving woman breakup and I'm shitting myself to continue life as a lesbian. I feel like that, and I'm going to say this not from personal experience, because I haven't personally experienced this, touch wood, but I have not had my first woman-loving woman breakup experience. I've heard they're hell. Like, everyone's like, your first lesbian heartbreak is hell. Touch wood though that I never have to go through one, because Taylor's going to be the woman that I marry. Yeah, I've heard bad things, wouldn't recommend, so we're here for you, let's read on. Me and my ex broke up 3 months ago after a year and a half of dating. It was my first ever girlfriend after years of dating men, and the first girl I ever slept with. I feel like that makes the breakups even harder as well, doesn't it? Because it's like, you were like the first girl I ever loved, the first girl I ever like had sex with. It's not like you've had that experience with other girls. It's like that's the only girl that you've experienced those things with, so it makes it harder to, like, you know, deal with the breakup. It was such a good relationship and I loved being intimate way more than with men, but found myself just falling out of love towards the end. That's another massive thing, isn't it? Like, the sex with women is so much better than with men. I just can't explain it. Like, I'm on a group chat with a few of my friends, and they were talking about men the other week and like how like we're very, very close, and I think someone was talking about like how a man like made a cum or didn't make a cum or something, and I just put something in the group and I just put #lesbian. And I wrote another message saying, you should try. And they were all laughing at me, and one of my friends like, you know what, I'm this close. But it's true. Like, I feel like, you know, so many women settle for like the shit sex from men, and it's like, why settle when women exist? Do you know what I mean? Baby, I'm a giver. Do we all like that song? I do. I've been singing it in my car. Sorry, anyway, carrying on. Where are we? Found myself falling out of love towards the end. I've lost where I am again. There we go. Let's just go back a step. Honestly, guys, I genuinely feel like I could pass out. And no one's at the uni now, so if you find this clip and I'm just sat here like this, I love you all. Let's carry on. I'm so dramatic. I love being intimate way more with men, but found myself just falling out. Then I did more with men. Oh my god, no. I can't speak. Help. Let's try again. It was such a good relationship, and I loved being intimate way more than with men, but I found myself just falling out of love towards the end, similar to my previous straight relationships. It was a horrific breakup, and I feel like she was literally it felt like she was literally going to die. She took it so badly. But I fear that is just lesbian breakups. Like, I think, unfortunately, that is just the way they go. Anyway, let's read on. Then shockingly, she moved on to a new girl in about a month, and they've been speaking and dating and sleeping together ever since. She is open about it, as we've managed to maintain some kind of friendship, and honestly, it doesn't faze me at all because I've fallen out of love. Totally valid. I feel like that's such like a healthy opinion, because I do feel like a lot of the time people are like, oh my god, she's moving on already, nah, 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 nah. And it's like, yeah, but you broke up with her, so like she can technically crack on and do whatever she wants. So yeah, that's very healthy from you. Now, however, I am renowned for jumping relationship, situationship, etc. And I really want to dedicate myself the time to being single. But if she's getting some, I want some too. I feel that, but I also feel like just taking some time to like, obviously, you know, you've dated men your whole life, then you've gone, actually, I think I might be a lesbian. You've had a lesbian relationship, you've gone, fuck, this is amazing. You just might need just some time to like, to process everything that's gone on. Just like, even like a month or so, like, and who cares if she's getting it? Do you know what I mean? Like, they could break up tomorrow for all we know, and then she could be getting nothing. So maybe would just be worth just like having a little break. I'm way too scared to sleep with a woman again, because I fear I'll fall in love immediately and become obsessed. Yeah, I feel like that would happen. And to be honest, my career and personal goals can't take the hit of limerence. What does that mean? That's a posh word. I shockingly slept with a man for a while when I found out she was dating, because it seemed easier and it was just that. Wow, I'm back to a boy. It was so freeing. I didn't care about this man's view of me or what he felt for me. I really was serving casual, which has never been me before. Yeah, maybe you just needed like a little, someone just who you know, like, well, I'm not going to fall in love with you because I don't actually like men, but I just need to like, get it out of my system almost. I'm now starting to remember, oh, no, I have read that. I'm now starting to remember the reason I left men in the first place, because it doesn't speak to who I am as a person, which is essentially a misandrist. Girl, you have some like really cool words in your vocabulary that I have no idea what they mean, but go you. I've been speaking to a girl from Hinge for the past week, and it's very flirty and risque. She literally looks like she would ruin my life, but I'm so apprehensive to even date her. Because my career and personal goals still exist. And B, I feel like I only know how to sleep with one girl, my ex. I feel like you don't need to worry about that. Like, you can be so honest going into like this new relationship, or even if it is like a situation, whatever it's going to be, like, you can be honest and be like, listen, like, I've only been with one girl before, like, I'm still quite new to all this, like, finger in the vagina hole, the vagina hole, like, it's still all very new to me, like, and I think that's something that people don't talk about, like, just telling, like, saying what you like, I really like this, I'm not a big fan of this, like, could we try this, like, open up that conversation, because I'm sure they would, like, appreciate that too, if that makes sense. There's a hair on my microphone. There we go. Even though there was much room for improvement with my ex in the bedroom department, and I know I prefer sleeping with women, I fear I do not have thick enough skin or the mental clarity to not convince myself I'm a shy lesbian lover. We have all been there. Like, I'm telling you, we have all been there, so please don't feel that, like, don't think like that. I know you can't worry about something that hasn't happened, but it's keeping me up at night. What if she uses a strap, or if she's some mad dominatrix? I just want some close lesbian loving, but I fear I may be too vanilla or borderline emotional to hack the casual lesbian sex scene. Please advise me how to get over this, because a girl needs some head. Stat. Fair. Thank you. Okay, I feel like we're not getting into a relationship yet. We need to do some form of like inner work, just to like, get yourself straight. However, that's not to say you can't just have some casual flings, some situationships, have some sex and just get some head. And I mean, it's hard, isn't it, to like put a boundary on sex and it being like, this is just sex, or this is sex and strings attached and a relationship and date nights and stuff like that. Like, it's difficult to do that. So how do we set that boundary? Do you sleep with girls that you think are ugly? That's so mean to think, but like, do you know what I mean? Do you be like, okay, I'm not massively attracted to you, so if I sleep with you, I know I'm probably not going to fall in love with you? Or like, just set it. I know it's hard, like, because you're on a dating app to date someone, not just to have a hookup. But like, you know, try and like just drop the hints like, I'm not really ready for a relationship, I just want something casual, because there are people out there who also just want things that are casual. Like, obviously some people are like wanting that relationship, but there are people out there who just want something casual, and like, you know, that there's no strings attached. So yeah, I think this girl you've been speaking to on Hinge, like, again, like, you're fearing like, oh my god, is she going to use the strap, is she going to be like a dominatrix? Like, just have a conversation. Be like, listen, like, I am quite nervous going into this. Like, I've only slept with one woman. Like, you know, I don't think I'm quite ready to use the strap yet. And I'm sure this person will be understanding. And if they're not understanding, don't go and sleep with them, and find someone who is. Like, there is going to be a person out there who is looking for the same thing like you're looking for, who's up for the same amount of like vanilla or however wild sex you want to get to. Do you know what I mean? Like, there will be somebody out there who's going to match that compatibility for you. And who knows, like, you might fall in love and they might fall in love, and it might be like the happiest relationship ever, but it might not be. It might just be sex and no strings attached. And then in 3 months' time, in 3 years' time, like, you find you're like the love of your life. I think just don't put pressure on yourself, and is it going to just be sex? Am I going to fall in love? Like, just go and like just have some fun. Like, literally YOLO. Do you know what I mean? You only live once, so don't hold yourself back because of like fear of what might happen, what people might think. Like, and I'm telling you, like, we've all been there thinking, oh my god, I'm so shit at like giving the sex. Like, it's crazy. It's scary and crazy, especially when you've done it to one girl only. Like, we've all been there. So just like take a bit of pressure off yourself and just spread those legs and enjoy. That was good advice. Okay, let's do one more, because I fear if I keep reading, maybe it's the chair. Do you think I'm getting dizzy from sitting on my chair? I did have a headache before I came here. Anyway, let's do one more for today. I stayed with my ex-girlfriend for 2 years after she emotionally cheated on me with one of her straight friends. Yikes. I found messages between them that would make you think they were in a relationship. They would cuddle. This friend would even play with her hair, scratch her undercut, even after I said how uncomfortable I was with that and set boundaries. I'm good, yeah, no, like, I can do like a cuddle with a friend, but like a proper like snuggle on the sofa, like a head or back scratch, that is a step too far, my friend. She denies ever physically cheating, but I just know this was not even a year in, but I just know, sorry, yeah, I just know, full stop. You just knew she was cheating. She denies, and we've read that, my god, my brain's all over the place today. This was not even a year in, and yet I stayed for another year. There were so many girls I had to worry about, it was mad. It's crazy. I'd love to know if she was your first lesbian relationship, and if maybe like that was why you wanted to stick around, but it sounds like she was, you know, she had an undercut, like it sounds like she was your typical like lesbian player, so she probably did have you like, you know, wrapped around a little finger, and you're like, oh my god, like, even though I know you're like cuddling and probably having sex with your best friend, like, you're so hot and sexy, like I want to be with you. Like, I do feel like women have that way with women, you know, like, you know, being able to like to keep you around. But anyway, I'm glad that you have now left said ex. I wonder if ex and best friend got together. What do you think? But yeah, I'm glad you've left this person, because you're worth so much more than somebody who's going to treat you like that. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up this episode here, guys, because genuinely I feel unwell. I feel unwell. I'm cold, I'm hot, I'm shivery, like my head is in agony even though I took pills. Wow. Hopefully next week I'll be feeling a bit better and we can do a few more dilemmas, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, download, leave a review. vote for us for UK's Top Influencer Podcast of the Year. All of the fabulous things you can do to help support the podcast. I'm so grateful. Give us a follow on TikTok and Instagram at the Lesbian Lounge.podcast. Join the Lesbian Lounge Insiders group chat where we share exclusives about the podcast and other things. And I will speak to you all next Thursday for another episode. I love you all so much. Bye!